Hi, it's Margaret Songbird, Michelle Birdsong in New York City, doing part 2 of Jesus Christ's Wife Saved the Niggers. Okay, let's see, where did I leave off? A homosexual relationship cannot give birth to children. They pay a woman to do it, but their union cannot produce birth, new life. They can't create life. Okay, nurture. Synonyms: encourage, promote, stimulate, develop, foster, cultivate, further, advance, boost, forward, contribute to, be conducive to, assist, help, aid, abet, strengthen, advantage, full. My father nurtured my love of art. Noun for nurture: the process of caring for and encouraging the growth or development of someone or something. I got my pages mixed up. Well, on my way out of the Sangat, I was telling you the story, or something. I was telling you the story of, let's see, wait a minute. Okay, this is the right page. Something, the nurture of ethics and integrity. Synonyms: encouragement, promotion, fostering, development, cultivation, boosting, furtherance, advancement, the nurture of ideas. Merriam-Webster, nurture, definition, is training and upbringing. My other mother, Aunt Donnie, Robin Birdsong now, and my other father, Brother Wright, sing birdsong. Just Robin and sing. Okay. Trained me according to King James Version of the Bible. King James, the first and the sixth, was Robin Birdsong, Aunt Donnie. Jesus Christ projection, Brother Wright will sing birdsong. Robin Birdsong has her master's degree and is the author of a children's book, a moral tale, Sneezy the Greasy Babysits Abigail. She's also the author of a book called eBay Bride, which is hilarious. It's a wonderful read. I recommend it to all of you. As a youngster, Robin was accepted into the most difficult to get into Prep for Prep program founded by Gary Simon, an organization that tutors gifted minority students and requires the students to work very, very hard so they can qualify for a private school and keep up with its rigorous work. Robin, at 9 years old, wrote a speech about the state of the world and delivered it to the many world-class spiritual leaders, including the 14th Dalai Lama, Satchidananda, an American Indian holy people, at the Cathedral Church of St. John the Divine on 110th Street in Manhattan, New York. Dr. Gerald G. Jampolsky was privy to the author. No, he was Dr. Gerald G. Jampolsky, author of the book Love is Letting Go of Fear, psychiatrist for the terminally ill cancer patients, and he traveled with Mother Teresa. He was privy to the discussions that went on about the little girl, Robin Birdsong, who delivered an amazing speech with great poise by the spiritual leaders and the UN delegates who were there at the Peace Summit that day. She gave the speech. As a result of the praise Robin received, Dr. John Polsky asked us, her parents, if she could accompany his organization, Children as Teachers of Peace, to Beijing, China, and to Central America, including Nicaragua. We said yes, and in Nicaragua, during an interview with the president of Nicaragua, what was his name? Juan Ortega or something like that. That was being broadcast on the radio. Robin asked him a question. Awesome responsibility. Robin, it has been discovered, is the immaculately conceived daughter of R&B star, pop star, Black King Stevie Wonder, and Christ's wife, Mary Magdalene, the Michelle Bird song. Christ's wife, the Michelle Bird song, guided by Christ, created a cure for madness called Talk and Share, which works for black people because, as a matter of fact, Charan Singh said in 1979, the world is mad, and then he helped her create a cure for madness. In the 1970s, she created a new image for her then husband Edwin Birdsong when she plaited his thick afro into tiny plaits, a large work of hair art. The style of hair plaiting caught on all over the world in black communities at that time, and still today. Black people wear their hair in plaits. A lot of them use extensions to make their hair look longer. The hairdo was modeled by her then husband in 1970, Edwin Birdsong, on their album covers. She wrote his words and stories, What It Is and Supernatural. If Christ's wife, the Michelle Birdsong, had not taken on the black persona, she would not have been knowledgeable enough about the black experience and able to write about it in songs such as the Uncle Tom Game from What It Is, The Spirit of Do, Mr. Moneyman, It Ain't No Fun Being a Welfare Recipient, When a Newborn Baby is Born, The World Gets One More Chance, My Father Preaches That God is the Father of Us All. Those are all songs from the album, Edwin Birdsong album, What It Is. While seeing and hearing Jesus Christ in North Carolina, Dee Michelle forgot she'd been snubbed, forgot she'd been homeless. She just got 100% into Jesus and he into her. When he had pulled her eyes to him, he had manifested the baby their thought of joining each other had conceived. He, Jesus Christ, a baby is first an idea. You understand? Idea, identity, each. He, Jesus Christ, who had married Mary Magdalene in the 1st century, again married her in the 21st century forms. He saw her inner beauty, but the wear and tear of being homeless had heaped up, not, I got but, it should be not. He saw her inner beauty, not the wear and tear of her being homeless that had been heaped upon her. Song Wildflower by Blake Shelton, written by David Foster, group Skylark. Okay, I need to mark this. Let me use my other hand so I can just, because when I'm looking back through for songs, I'll look at the green. Okay. So that was by David Foster. The group was called Skylark. Verse, that's David Foster. It has been revealed was the first Sultan of Brunei who had Eve kidnapped, Eve, mother of the earth, the Michelle Birdsong, kidnapped, where he made her his sex slave. uh, fell in love, or he fell in love with her, right? Their sex life is the basis for the ancient Indian book on human sensuality, the Kama Sutra. Okay, now, on my way out of the Sangat, I saw Fountain Jr.'s wife, Karen Jones. I handed her the package I wanted him to give Babaji. He works with Babaji closely. Wouldn't be a problem. Though we had known each other 45 years, Karen took one look at me and recoiled. Because I was homeless and looking shabby and had very few teeth and my hair was a mess. She hesitated to take the package. She said to me, "Does Fountain know about this?" I said, "Oh, he knows about this." And I walked away, leaving her with the package. No hug, no words of concern about the fact that I had obviously been through hell since the last she saw me. I had had so many supernatural revelations. Supernatural was the name that I had intuitively named Edwin Birdsong on my second album. I can show you that. I got it right. I got a copy of it. There it is. So Supernatural, I did his hair art. I embroidered his clothes. That bracelet was my mother's. He put some beads on it and made it look contemporary. I embroidered the stars on his pants. I created his image, as noted by Gary Bird recently, disc jockey on WWRL. Okay. So I had had so many supernatural revelations that I was feeling overwhelmed, and I put some of them in a package to Babaji and asked him, "Is this normal? Is this the way it's supposed to be? Am I okay? What is the meaning of all this? I'm inundated with data, with information, with knowledge, and I have no collaboration." Is that the word? Cooperation? Help! That's what the package was all about. Okay, but the album, one of Edwin's girlfriends, one of the girls he had impregnated while still married to me, the black Muslim groupie, said my writing was too esoteric, and he believed her. He had switched his allegiance from his wife to some home wrecker. When I was younger and dating a married man, my role model, my mother, dated married men, Railroad Sergeant Sims, and some guy named Roscoe. She too had loved niggers and become a nigger, bad, immoral person. She said to me once, "God looks at the heart, looks at your intentions. Do you mean any harm?" And she certainly didn't mean anybody any harm. She was just trying to make them feel comfortable with her, because she was a valedictorian. She was the smartest person in her class, and she didn't want them to feel dumb. So she started talking dumb like them and behaving dumb like them, because she was also a good person, and she didn't want them to feel bad in comparison to her. So she became like them. So the married man I was dating, Dr. Donald Bean of Queens, New York, said he'd married his wife because when he returned home from college, Howard University, she'd waited for him. I guess he felt he should reward her loyalty by marrying her. Marriage, according to the saints, requires right understanding and respect. Those two qualities can give you a long and happy marriage after the love wears down. Anyway, one night, Dr. Bean, Don, came to my apartment. He said, "I've come to be with you. I left my wife." "What?" I said, "I never asked you to leave your wife." His ego presumed I wanted him as my husband. I said to him, "Go back to your wife. I'm no home wrecker." I knew he adored his little girl. Now, when I saw him many years later, after Edwin had walked out on us, when I said I wasn't going to be part of the harem with this black Muslim groupie, homewrecker, Edwin walked out, and I said, I called Don because it was cold in the house and we had no oil. I hadn't seen him in 20, 30 years, but he came in his Mercedes, and he told me that he had met another airline stewardess after I had rejected him, and he's been dating her ever since. And I thought to myself, my God, he still didn't become a good husband. He's still married to his wife and committing adultery. Oh my God, I'm glad I let him go. Anyway, esoteric, did she not listen to what it is? Was all those songs about and for black people? New topic. Edwin told this little girl that he had with the black Muslim that she is a black princess. Robin, the firstborn, immaculately conceived daughter of the black king Stevie Wonder, is a black princess. So the illegitimate daughter Edwin had with the black Muslim groupie, homewrecker, nigger, Daya Ali or some name like that, and Edwin, with their pretentiousness, confused the little girl. She's delusional today. It confused her so much, she thinks she's an Arab Muslim princess, and for a time was lost in the Middle East looking for her royal kin. When the little girl was 3 or 4, I talked to her on the phone. She asked me if I was going to take her money. Then things made sense. The black Muslim Capricorn, very ambitious groupie, was a gold digger, having his baby, so he'd have to pay her so she could feed the baby, and she'd get some of the money and glory for herself. Edwin said Sing and Robin better get what they wanted from him while he was alive, because when he died, all those children he had were going to start fighting over his estate. Another gold digger produced a child she said was Edwin's, with a narrow nose. Edwin had a round nose, as you can say, like Sings. Okay. Oh, look at if you look at the group shot of the children, she, unlike all the others, isn't standing up straight. She's kind of ducking under, unconsciously or consciously realizing she's not Edwin's child. Either her mother was having sex with some other guy or thinking about having sex with some other guy. At the same time, she was thinking of having sex with him, and he was thinking of having sex with her. What are the chances of the latter happening? Slim to none. Okay, so it seems she was sleeping with another guy, in other words. So Sing, Edwin's first legitimate child, is due part of Edwin's estate if there's anything left after the government mafia, the IRS, takes what they want from his money. I don't plan to super back child support payments, though I'm due, since he didn't give me any, but very little. Robin, on the other hand, is due part of the fortune of her true father, Stevie Wonder, who's worth at least $100 million, earned with the energy, ideas, and DNA of Christ's wife, the Michelle Birdsong, which he swapped when she was 9. She got his Judas Hitler, blind, ghetto nigger, son of a prostitute and pimp energy for her Archangel Michelle, Mary Magdalene, wife of Christ, Eve, mother of the earth. Men are willing to love, least among brothers and sisters, the nigger's energy. See the difference in the energies? Okay? So he used her energy, which was pristine, and she got left over his energy, which was the lowest. Okay? So he thrived as king of the black people. She, unofficial king of the black people. She took a dive and barely survived as a commoner with his energy until now. Judgment Day. Daughter of the Sun gets to have her reward, and the Jews, who are fake Jews, will have to pay. And all the others undercover black hearts will have to pay. Okay, so there you go. So, and now this is the album Supernatural. Check it out. And this is a top hierarchy. Okay, the king of the cosmos, the king of the cosmos, the king of America, the queen of the universe. What else? This is she's a goddess of America, and she's the empress of the UK and the United Kingdom. And Michael Bublé, her other husband, has a title. I'm not sure what it is at the moment. Okay, but this is your hierarchy. Guys, these are the people who rule the world according to the will of the Son, God. Alright, so long.